Walker Russell Reynolds, Russ, was born in Jackson County, Kentucky on August 7, 1918 to parents Walker R. and Mary M. Walker Reynolds. The ninth of 10 children, Russ first attended school in Tyner, Kentucky. As a boy, he learned the value of hard work as he helped attend the crops on his family farm. Always athletic, he entered Tyner High School and played basketball. At 6'2", he was the tallest man on the team. He naturally played center. Wanting to follow in the footsteps of his father, who worked for the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service, Russ attended UK and graduated with a BS degree in agriculture in 1940. Hired by the college to teach better farming practices in eastern Kentucky, he, like his father, worked as an extension agent. With the start of the war, he resigned in 1942 to enter the military. He began his service with the U.S. Army Corps, receiving primary flying school in Vernon, Texas. He graduated in May 1943, earning his pilot wings and the gold bar as a second lieutenant. It was also during this time that Russ married Laura Stein Sick of Pikeville. Russ's first assignment was as an instructor pilot, a post he would fill until the fall of 1944 when he received his orders for his first combat assignment. He transferred to Hollandia, New Guinea and the 22nd Bomb Group, the famed Red Raiders. In August 1945, in preparation for an all-out assault on the Japanese homeland, a mission was planned to bomb a naval base south of Tokyo. The planners feared that there would be a potential loss of 50% of the aircraft for the mission. On the morning of the raid, violent storms forced its cancellation. The mission would never be carried out. Russ learned later that day that a B-29 had dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Russ returned to civilian life, but soon found that he missed the excitement of flying and travel. So he applied for a permanent military commission that was granted in November 1947. The Berlin airlift began in 1948, and Russ was assigned to assist flying 2 round trips each day. He was part of the mission that delivered 394,509 tons of foodstuffs, coal, and supplies carried by 689 military and civil aircraft over 13 months to keep nearly 1 million Berliners alive. With the onset of the Korean conflict, Russ was posted in Hawaii, flying C-54s on trans-Pacific flights from the U.S., Philippines, Guam, and Japan. In June 1955, Russ, wife Laurenstein, and son Ronald left Hawaii and returned to the States and Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota, flying the C-124 Globemaster for the Strategic Air Command. He was part of a highly classified operation of transporting nuclear weapons. Russ would continue with this mission for 4 years. In 1959, now with a second son, Richard Douglas, Reynolds was promoted to lieutenant colonel and selected to be commander of the 7th Logistics Support Squadron. The mission was to fly over much of the world, recycling nuclear weapons from storage sites in U.S. bomber bases, NATO, and other Allied bomber and missile sites. In 1964, Russ's mission changed as he was named the commander of the 57th Rescue Squadron based in the Azores. The squadron flew a specially equipped Lockheed HC-130s designed for rescue and recovery, including spacecraft tracking gear. He became the first squadron commander to become pilot qualified in the new aircraft, and while there, he received the Joint Services Commendation Medal from Admiral Thomas H. Moore, commander of the Atlantic Fleet, in recognition of his work in search and rescue in the Atlantic. In 1967, Russ was promoted to colonel and moved to Rescue and Recovery Headquarters in Orlando, Florida, as Inspector General for the entire worldwide rescue service. The duties included periodically leading a team of administrative, engineering, and aircraft maintenance, along with safety flight examiners to inspect every unit in Europe, the U.S., and the Pacific regions. Rescue and Recovery Headquarters moved to Scott Air Force Base, Illinois in 1968, and Colonel Reynolds went with them as Deputy Commander for Operations. He directed the operation of approximately 500 personnel operating 300 helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft worldwide. During his tenure in this position, the Vietnam War occupied most of his time as he visited and flew with the rescue mission stationed there. This assignment also saw him as an Air Force advisor to the Recovery Division of NASA in Houston on the old Gemini and Apollo space shots. In 1971, after 30 years of active Air Force duty, Colonel Reynolds retired from active duty. Still eager to be productive, however, he applied for and received an appointment as Executive Director of the Kentucky Society of Professional Engineers and Consulting Engineers Council of Kentucky. After 14 years with the engineering groups, in 1985, Russ again retired. but still maintained his relationships with aviation and engineering personnel and organizations, something he does to this day. It is therefore fitting that Walker Russell Reynolds, in recognition of his accomplishments and service, be enshrined into the official Aviation Hall of Fame of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.